In this video, we're going to do a rundown of the functions of the gauge cluster in the Wildcat Sport and the Wildcat Trail. So we'll turn it on and wait for it to boot up. This left button over here is going to adjust the top row, between the clock and miles per hour, and depending on what you've got in the middle row will kind of control what you have in the top row. Middle button controls the middle row. Like right now we're showing RPMs, odometer, tripometer, 2 tripometers. There's my hours on the machine, my clock, which is obviously not set. Notice that if we go, so before when we were on, like here I've got RPMs here, all I can get up top is the clock and my speedometer. If I change that to the odometer up top, I can get my clock, my speedometer, and my RPMs. So RPMs, my miles per hour, and my clock. The right button controls the bottom row. So like right now it's showing my voltage with a bar graph, low to high, or my air intake, which is apparently in the middle. The tachometer, which will go up and down as you rev the engine. My fuel gauge, and water temperature, back to voltage. So if you want to, let's say we want to reset the trip. So we go to get the trip up there. It's 265.1 miles. It's in the middle. If I just hold this middle button, it'll reset that to 0. If I want to adjust my clock, it's in the upper level, so we use the left button and hold it down. You can adjust your 12 and 24 hours. So if you want to run military time, then you can adjust your actual time to whatever, up and down. Then the middle button to enter it, and it's set. Like if we were to move the clock, we'll get rid of the clock there and we'll put it back down here in the middle using the middle button. So if we hold the middle button now, it'll do it in the middle. Adjust the 12, 24 hours, and then enter, and then set whatever time you want. Hit the middle button to enter. Okay. Diagnostics. If you hold the 2 outside buttons, push them at the same time, it'll take you into the diagnostics menu. So here you can choose from diagnostics, exit, part number, and clock. So the part number is nothing more than, we'll hit select, it's the gauge part number. I don't know what it does for you. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm assuming SW is probably a software revision, probably the date of the revision. So we'll go out of that, hit exit. So we're in diagnostics menu. You can set the clock in here as well. You hit select, and we got it highlighted, so we'll hit set. You can move that to 12, 24 hours, and then adjust your time to whatever it is you need it to be. Set. If you happen to get into the clock menu and you don't want to do anything, exit is under the right button, so we'll just push the exit button. So what we got left? We got diagnostics and exit. So diagnostics, we'll select that, and it'll give you some informative stuff. My battery is at 11.2 volts. I'm assuming that's the resistance on my sending unit for the fuel sending unit. My RPMs and some speed, and just throttle position sensor. That's useful probably. You should be at 100%. I actually need to reset mine because I've had some work done to it. But anyway, so throttle position sensor. I don't know what ISC is. Air pressure. I'm assuming that's like the barometric pressure outside. My intake says it's 104 degrees, which means it's hot in my garage. Coolant is 93. Maybe it's not quite as hot in my garage. Back to battery. So then we'll select exit. It goes back to your 4 choices: diagnostics, exit, part number, and clock. So we'll go to exit, hit select. Okay, here's the one everybody cares about. This is the one that everybody posts on the forum. Well, not everybody, but I see this one posted on the forum frequently. how do I get numbers in my bar graph down there? My buddy has numbers in his bar graph. If you go to the right hand button, which controls the bottom, see volts and air intake and tach and whatever, if you go to that and you push the right button and hold it, you will get numbers. 93 degrees Fahrenheit for my temp. Volts, you know, it tells you everything. You have a graph as well as, you know, a number to look at. Pretty cool stuff. The other thing I didn't cover a minute ago is if you want to change to kilometers. I forgot about this because I'm in the U.S. and we don't do kilometers. But if you would, you'll get wherever you got your miles per hour selected at. Mine's on the top. Push that button that's in that row, upper row, left button, and hold it. You can select. It'll go over to kilometers, which will also change your mileage. 1,287 kilometers versus if I go back to miles per hour, I'm back to 800 miles per hour. 800 miles per hour. 800 miles on the odometer. Cool. So hopefully that helps out.